Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I'm sitting here with this young lady, and we were talking about off camera or off audio thing. We were talking about, explaining or dishing out information when you're dating people. Like, how much do you say? How much do you put out there? And is omitting certain things dishonesty?
Right.
Right.
And we're also talking about the importance of being honest and being upfront. Mm-hmm. In the name of being ethical in your dating life. But what happened, what we were talking about is a situation I've had recently where I'm meeting a lot of new guys recently. Mm-hmm. On Friday, I scheduled an after-work happy hour date, mm-hmm. and then a dinner date, mm-hmm. kind of right after.
Right.
And so I met the happy hour guy, and when I was like, I need to leave by 7:30, mm-hmm. he was like, what are you doing after this? Mm-hmm. Right? And I had this moment of like,
right.
Am I going to be honest and just say, I'm meeting another guy?
Right.
I have a date?
Right.
Or am I going to be a little bit sort of honest, mm-hmm. which is what I did, and mm-hmm. I said, I have dinner plans.
Right.
Which was kind of honest.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely going to eat dinner at some point in the evening and also going to meet someone. But
right.
Then last night, I had almost exactly the same situation where I had booked one date and then right after another one. And similarly, the first guy was like, what are you doing after this?
Right.
And I feel like his intention was really like, hey, let's do something else together. I'm having a good time. Mm-hmm. And again, what did I say?
What?
I don't know. I think I said I'm meeting up with a friend, which is also kind of true. But where I'm struggling is I would like to be more direct with people that I date, and I feel like
and tell them like
and
exactly
just
what it
say
is.
What's really going on,
yeah.
and part of it is I just maybe it's like being in the education field. Mm-hmm. I like meeting straight up questions with straight up answers.
Right.
And also thinking about how if that's not good for you that I date other people. Good to know now.
But see, the thing is, like, I agree with being honest, but I don't agree with always just telling people information.
Right, and you were saying something about then you're validating their concerns or their like.
Well, it's just kind of like this because with me, for example, sometimes like let's say if I was in that same situation, right, and I'm on a date with a girl, and she's like, "Oh, what are you doing after this?" Right, and I might say something like, "Oh, I got some plans." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I'm not saying it because I don't want to tell her. I'm not telling her that I'm going on another date because I'm scared to tell her. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling her because I don't feel like it. I don't feel like I'm obligated to tell you what I'm doing.
You feel like it's not her business.
Yes, none of your business. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And so what I'm saying is that a lot of times too, and sometimes this also goes down like, let's say it might not even be a first date. It might be a person you're dating, a person you've been seeing for a while, and they're asking you a lot of questions about other people you're dating, other things that's going on outside of you and them. And so you're thinking, well, I should be honest, right? And tell them.
Especially if you want to value that relationship and maintain communication and...
Right, but what I'm saying is, and this is the thing. See, there's a difference between being honest and then, giving someone information. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. No, let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Please.
Because let's say, for example, I meet a girl and I tell her straight up, like, listen, you know, like, we could kick it, we could hook up, but I'm not trying to be a boyfriend, and I'm going to actually be fucking around with other chicks, right? So that's me being honest. Like, I told you this is what it is, right?
And you do kind of say that generally.
Well, yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, look, this is what it is. Now, if I'm hanging out with you, and I say, listen, we can hang out and go get some, like, coffee from 2 to 3 o'clock or some shit, right? and then you're like, so...
Well, what about having sex?
No, this is what I'm saying.
What about after 3 o'clock?
Right, so if she's like, well, what are you doing after 3 o'clock? I'm not obligated to tell you what I'm doing at 3 o'clock.
See, and now I'm thinking, well, not obligated, but, like, maybe she's asking because, you know, maybe it's something that's flexible and you could stay a little longer and have some sex after coffee.
No, but I told you I have to leave at 3. So if I told you, then that's what it is. You see what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people's schedules aren't as well structured as yours.
No, but
right? Most people are like, yeah, I should leave around 3, but if I leave at 4 or 5, that's not a big deal.
No, right? But what I'm saying is, let's say for example, she does ask me, hey, so what are you doing after 3? Right?
Yeah.
And I could say something like, well, I got some things to take care of.
I like how you say that.
You see what I'm saying? I don't necessarily need to tell you exactly what I'm doing. And again, the reason why I'm not telling you is not because I don't want you to know. Is because I don't like the fact that you feel entitled to know my life outside of our situation. You understand? Like, you're not entitled to that shit. You see what I mean? And so if I'm saying to you, I got some things to take care of, but then you keep pushing and you say, but what are you doing though?
Right. And are you seeing someone else?
Right. And exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you're not even asking me just because you're curious. You're asking me because you're trying to get information so you can use that for whatever you think you need to use it for. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, but people might feel they need the information.
For what? What do you need the information for?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But no, but
for whatever.
Logistically, what does she need the information of? If I say I'm going to meet you from 2 to 3 to get some coffee and spend some time with you, if after 3 o'clock is when it's coming to 3 o'clock and she like, why does she need to, like, why does she have to know? What is that? How is that going to change your life? If our plan was 2 to 3, you see what I'm saying? It's not, because what I'm doing after that has nothing to do with her. So now what I'm saying is that, you know, I'm not penalizing you for asking me the question. I'm answering. I got some shit to do. But then if you're trying to push, then it's showing that you're not just really curious. You're trying to get information for whatever your agenda is. You see what I'm saying?
There's another thing that we were talking about that I think is also relevant here, which is if you are in a relationship with somebody and you want open lines of communication and you want them to be honest with you if they're messing with someone else or if they're whatever it is they're doing after they see you, there's this really important factor of both people doing the honesty work. And I'm still struggling with, I've been saying this for years, but I'm still struggling for like the right words to say this.
Yeah.
What I mean is when there's, if between two people, there's going to be some honesty.
Right.
The honesty is coming from the person speaking, but there's also the work of the person listening to be ready to hear that honesty in a way that's not going to
make
cause
a drama.
A volcano.
Right.
Right. And if I'm saying to you, tell me the truth. Did you really sleep with her? Right? And I'm saying it in a way that you're like, you're going to blow up if I say yes. Right. You're going to blow up and say I'm lying if I say no. Right? Like, then I'm not doing the work of the listener
to be able to, like,
to hear the honesty.
Right. No, I agree.
And so I'm sabotaging it just as bad as you are if you lie.
Right. And but see, and this is the thing. I always like, see, if someone asks you a question, I feel like if it's necessary or relevant to you and that person, then yes, you should talk about
Definitely.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's go back to the example of the coffee thing. If, let's say, for example, if the person asked something that has to pertain to them two in that coffee situation or them dating, then cool, yeah, we could talk about that. I can have a conversation with you about that. But if what you're asking me literally has nothing to do with you, and that's outside of you, I'm under no obligation to answer you or to give you details about the thing you're asking because it's none of your business. And so by me not doing, but this is the problem. A lot of people will say, but damn, well, they'll feel like you have like something to hide, right? And I do. My fucking privacy. That's what I got to hide. You feel what I'm saying?
But I don't know. That's not so good for relationships. It's not good for trust and
No. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if it has nothing to do with you, then what trust you? Like, I'm not like what I'm saying is, what you're asking me has nothing to do with you, so therefore, you don't need to know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe I'm thinking, well, from your perspective, it has nothing to do with me, but from my perspective...
No, because this is what it is.
I like to know what's going on. I like to know the truth, and I like open... What were you saying before? The open lines of communication?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that usually people want to know this stuff because what happens is that they're looking at it from their perspective where they may have some sort of fear about something.
Yeah.
Or they may have been in some sort of situation before that causes anxiety.
Around that kind of situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but that's something they have to deal with on their own. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not the person's responsibility to make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
But as
by knowing this shit. No. But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, as partners, if you're girlfriend and boyfriend, or maybe husband and wife, and even then, sometimes you don't. Okay, so like, because this is the next point I wanted to bring up, because some people may say, is omitting shit lying? You see what I'm saying? And so this is the thing. This is where
I think it's slippery ground.
No. This is what I'm thinking. If you're omitting things, again, that's not relevant or necessary, then it doesn't matter.
But what if I think it's right? What if me, the other partner, thinks it is relevant and necessary?
No,
right? Maybe it's because of that anxiety
but that's what I'm saying. I know. You're asking me the question. I know that the answer that you want or that that you're expecting isn't relevant to the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you have a guy and a girl, right? And the girl asks the guy, "So, what did you do yesterday?" Right?
He's like, "Well, I had sex with 3 women."
Right. Wait, let's stop.
And I had a protein shake.
Right. So let's say he had sex with 3 women, had a protein shake, went to the gym, went to the laundromat, did some homework, and whatever. So he can say every fucking thing about everything else except for fucking the 3 girls, right? Now, you may say, but damn, well, that's lying. No, he told you what he did. He just didn't tell you that part because he didn't feel like it, because he knew if he told you that, but you were waiting for that. That's what you're asking. So you don't even want the truth. You just want something to argue with. So,
but don't you want, I don't know, I think people do want honesty.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What does him fucking the 3 girls, how is that relevant to your situation if y'all just fuck buddies?
Oh, you're just fuck buddies?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're just fuck buddies and he fucked 3 girls, but he doesn't necessarily want to tell you that he fucked 3 girls. He says, oh, yes, I just had a protein shake, went to the gym, and just, like, worked on my papers. Right? Why does he need to tell you that he fucked 3 girls? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess in my mind, it's about... Well, there's 2 things that come to mind. Mm-hmm. One is building trust with someone. So if you want... I mean, if it's just a fuck buddy, then generally building trust doesn't seem as critical for the relationship, but sometimes it does. So that's one thought. But then...
But how is omitting that not building trust?
I mean, because it's kind of a significant thing you did yesterday.
Well, why is it significant? To who?
I don't know. I mean, if I fucked 3 people yesterday, that would be pretty significant for my
To
life.
who, though?
I mean, to me.
Okay, but then why do I need to know? You see what I'm saying? Why is that significant to me? Unless you caught an STD, why is that significant to
That's
me?
something maybe to consider. Did you use protection?
No, but what I'm saying is, let's say hypothetically, you ain't catch shit, you have sex like you always have sex. Why is that necessary though? You understand what I'm saying? Why is it necessary for that to be, because okay, for example, let's say I ask you, so what'd you do yesterday, right? And you tell me, you know, you went to work, you went to the gym, and then you fucked some guy, right? But now you omitted that you bought, you know, a fucking Frappuccino at Starbucks. You omitted that you farted at 9:45 in the afternoon, in the evening. You omitted that when he was fucking you, you thought in your mind that was the best sex you ever had. You omitted that you were thinking about your childhood when you were on the train going home.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Where does it stop?
Okay. Yes and no. Because you know, if you're talking to someone you're having sex with, you know that other people you have sex with is the interesting part.
The interesting part of what?
Of your day, of what you did yesterday.
But to who though?
To the person asking.
That's the interesting part?
Yeah, more interesting than the farting.
So then why don't the person just ask, do you have sex with someone? You see what I'm saying?
So,
and that's my point. That's my whole fucking point. The point is, the person would ask you, hey, what'd you do yesterday? Right? Then, if you say all that stuff with omitting the sex, right? Then, if they found out that you didn't tell them about the sex, they'd be like, why'd you lie to me? Right? But you didn't, I told you what I did with my day. But
right.
You're so stuck, you're trying to act like I lied, but really what you wanted to know is, did I fuck anybody?
Right, so ask that.
You might as well ask that. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that I'm taking it back to the question, though. You see what I'm saying? I'm taking it back to you asking things, and then, you know, we're talking about, you know, are you obligated to say, you know, talk about these things? You know, can you omit stuff? And if you omit stuff, is that lying? What I'm saying is the person already, in a lot of cases, is disingenuous with the question. So then what the fuck am I even telling you all of this shit for in the first place? For what? You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not being honest with your question, but you want me to be honest with my answer.
So this is so similar to what I was saying before about the two people in a partnership, in a conversation, both of them bringing honesty to the table. The listener and the speaker. Right? So the asker and the whatever listener.
Right.
But there was another point I wanted to make about this, is that you were saying you feel like you don't want to validate these kind of questions.
No, yeah, I'm just saying that
because you feel like it's not your business.
Right.
And it's not worth having a fight about.
Well, I don't care about the fight. I'm more so like,
Stop.
No, I don't want to fight. What I'm saying is that's not the point. I'm saying the point from the beginning is, you know, like, you're asking me these things, but at the same time, I'm not obligated to tell you anything unless it's relevant. You understand what I'm saying? Unless it's relevant to the actual situation. Why do I need to tell you shit?
See, I feel like, okay, you're not obligated, but you're a better person if you're more honest.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You're more ethical.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Are
dating
you
life
being
if you're
dishonest, though?
I feel like the more honest you are, the better.
No. I know the question. No. The question is,
the person asking the question doesn't care about you farting at 9:45.
No. But the question is, but that's what I'm saying. If you don't mention that, you're omitting shit.
Yeah, but you know they don't care.
But how do I know what they care about?
I mean, you can
They
play,
need play
dumb, but you know.
But they're playing dumb too. They're asking me how my day was when they want to know who I fucked.
Oh, well.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
So this is what I'm look. Let's cut the bullshit. Because people, this is what is so annoying about this whole shit, is that a person's with you. They really just want to know how you feel about them, where they stand in the relationship, what's going on, and all this other shit. But they're not going to ask you outright. They're going to just be like, "So, what'd you do yesterday? How was your day? So, are you seeing anybody else?" You don't.
But you don't like that question. Are you seeing anybody else either?
No. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that what you're saying to the person. This is what I'm saying. I feel like people need to be honest first and foremost with people. This is why, like, for example, I'll tell a woman, "Hey, listen, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, whatever." You understand what I'm saying? This is the situation, and the reason why I'm even saying that is because that's relevant to the interaction between me and the woman. Just to put her on, to let her know, hey, listen, this is my situation.
What we're doing.
Right, this is my situation. But if I say to you, hey, let's go on a date, and we can meet up at 6 to get a drink, but I have to head out by 7:30, right? Then if you ask me, so what are you doing at, when you leave here, right? I'm not obligated to specify what I'm doing. I can tell you, hey, I got some things to take care of, but I'm not obligated to specify to you, who are you? Why do I need to tell you every single detail of my life outside of me dealing with you in this situation, especially if it has nothing? What if I need to go pick up my son? What if I need to, go to the doctor to get something? Or what if I need to go visit my mom because I haven't seen her in a while and she's sick? Or what if I need some work to, like, what if I'm going to see some other woman? What does any of that have to do with you? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like it can also just be like, hey, we're getting to know each other. Mm-hmm. So for me, and this is what...
No, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't tell the person, hey, I got to go pick up my son. Yeah. Right? You could say that. What I'm saying is,
I like that. It's more like honest.
No. What I'm saying is that I don't feel like you should be obligated. So if a person says, I got to handle some things, and then let's say the next time you see them, and then you be like, oh yeah, like let's say in conversation, you're like, oh yeah, the other day I had to pick up my son, and she's like, wait a second, you picked up your son? You didn't tell me that. You lied to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't fucking lie to you. I told you I had to handle some things. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm talking about, and then why am I obligated to tell you that detail, and then you feel like me not telling you the detail is me lying to you? That's what I'm saying.
See, and I maybe this is a personal thing, because like after the fact, with both of the situations I dealt with, where I was like, oh, I'm meeting up with a friend, or I have dinner plans, right? That's what I said. I'm pushing myself to be more honest, because I want people to know, and I don't feel like it's like validating them. I feel like it's validating me, and the fact that I date a lot of people. And I feel okay about that. And if you don't feel okay about that, good for me to know from the beginning. So I feel like I also feel like there's a question of like, what are we validating here? And I want to feel like what I'm doing isn't something I have to hide, because there's really nothing wrong with me having another date.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. But also I look at the perspective of, it's none of your business. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally none of your business what I'm doing.
On the other hand, I'm the kind of person who will ask a lot of questions of people. Like, I don't know, like random ass questions, because I want to get to know you and get to know like the fabric of your life. So that's cool to me, and that's interesting. And if I want to be asking those questions, then I should be ready to answer those questions too.
No, I get you. I'm just saying that when a person is asking something and it seems and it's like we were saying earlier, the person wants to know who you fucking, but they being very passive aggressive with it. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
And so that's what happens a lot of times.
You're saying if they know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, yes, be honest with people, when you're, letting them know what you're about and, how you roll or whatever and what you're looking for.
Right, like you said, you'll say, I'm married.
Right, or like you could tell a girl, hey, look, I'm just trying to hook up. I'm not really trying to do anything serious, just to let you know, because you look like you might want something serious.
And that level of honesty is important.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I don't need to fucking tell you that, I went to McDonald's and took a shit yesterday. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, because you're not interested in that. But you are, if you're interested in the other people I'm having sex with, I want to be
But that's none of your business either, though. That's what I'm saying. Why is that your business? Do you understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter.
That exactly.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think it matters, because if you want to make it your business and you want to judge me for it, better for you to know the truth more often than for people to lie all the time.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm not even taking it there.
It'll help you put the world in context, right? So like my one version of this situation that I think of is if all women lie about their age, right? Or lie about how many people they've had sex with, right? So like if all women are saying I've had sex with less people than I actually have in real life,
right?
Then people hearing this information are going to have a skewed view.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
Women.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying lie about it.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't need. It's not. You don't need to discuss that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying to lie. I'm never saying if someone asks you something to lie about the thing they're asking you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when a person asks you about something, right? You don't have to give them detail about what they're asking. You understand?
Unless they ask for it.
No, if they ask for it, you still don't need to. Be like, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I really like how you said it before.
What, I got to take care of some things? If they say, what are you doing? But that's what I'm saying.
I love how you said that. It rolls off the tongue.
But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and again, what I'm saying is, the reason why is not because you're scared of them judging you. The reason why is that it's your fucking right to not have to answer to somebody just because they're asking you shit. Like, it's none of their business. Unless, again, it is relevant to you and them. That's all I'm saying. If it's relevant to you and them, like, for example, if you fuck somebody and you caught something, yes, like, hey, listen, I got some chlamydia.
Agreed.
I'm telling you.
Agreed.
And because that affects you. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
But if I'm dating you and I went to the pizza store yesterday and I started flirting with some girl and gave her my number, you don't need to fucking know all of that. I can tell you if I want to, but you're not obligated. I'm not obligated to give you that information. That's what I'm saying.
And you have to consider that it might cause a fight. So
I don't give a fuck about the fights really like that. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about, before even that, I'm saying that you're like, you're not owed my life. Do you understand that? That's all I'm saying. You're not owed this shit. You feel what I mean? I can volunteer to give you some information, but if you ask me, I don't need to go into detail, and me not going into detail is not me lying, and me omitting certain things is not lying either. The only time omitting is lying is when the thing you omit is relevant to the situation. You understand what I'm saying?
We might have to agree to disagree.
All right, we are done. Now, before you go, make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more. So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.